Warning, the following video contains violence, gore, and traps. Viewer discretion is advised. The trenches were getting darker and darker. Kids didn't play at the playground how they did just 3 months ago. Cops heavily on the lookout for any gang activity. Both sides were making real money, so shit only got worse. And as things get worse, more eyes are focused on the beef. Even the eyes you don't want looking. Majority of the law does their job throughout the city, not looking for anything specific, but Detective Henry was specifically trying to wipe out gangs in LA. He called himself a legal stalker, as he would stalk gangs throughout the day without consequences. He put a lot of motherfuckers away in the past 15 years. He peeped the shit no other officers or detectives peep. And studied the system constantly. He wasn't a fan of taking down a member or two. He needed the whole gang, which will result in a Rico 90% of the time. He already issued 10 in the past 2 years. Quan asked Bucko how he was fucking with the chain. This was basically his apology for not telling Bucko about Rico all that time. Bucko replied, says, "Of course I fuck with it. Plus it always look better when you ain't pay for it. You gotta tell me about this motherfucker that actually had the chain on though." Quan replied saying, "Dark-skinned dude with lil braids. He has to be a new face. I never seen his ass around. Me and Gordo just walked in the store by the block and seen this big-ass EBK chain on his neck. His ass was clueless." Meanwhile, EBK members were busy stealing strikes. They could sell these, but they were mainly for trying to get that 40K on Quan's head. They already had a couple hot cars, but a couple more won't hurt. And Rico already told them it'll be a lot of bloodshed over this shit. It was like the army getting supplies before war. Bando told the other members to kit up that truck. That motherfucker perfect. Damn near took them 2 minutes to take a $70,000 truck with the pro pad Rico gave them. Harsh reality of living in the suburbs of LA. Chris ended up telling Rico he felt like he'd been letting him down lately. "I thought I was on 10 gang." Rico replied saying, "Don't trip. His ass can't hide behind money forever. We already fucked up their last shipment by taking them connects off the map. We just keep fucking with their little drug operation and killing the fuckers they close to until we catch them specifically." Chris replied saying, "Just let me know where we starting with this shit." Rico started laughing saying them members already suiting up. "I already broke that shit down to them. They hitting blocks tonight. Trust me. If Bando in that strike with them, somebody most definitely losing their life. But we not focused on what they focused on. You know Bucko has to have a spot where he stores all of his drugs. It was just about finding out where that shit was at. We find it and burn all of that shit. Every 40 you see put his ass down. No more passes, that shit's been dead. With that shit done, they ask gon be clueless and in shambles. We make sure we do this shit right though. It's gon get real tragic and bloody in the next couple weeks." Gordo instantly got mad seeing the two thoughts he hit last night, asking them what the fuck y'all still doing here. One of the girls replied saying your drunk ass paid for our section, telling us you'll take care of us. We not leaving. Next time don't sell us no fantasy, dumbass. That reply actually pissed Gordo the fuck off. He wasn't doing no more yapping to these bops. Okay, little bitch, you funny. You know what? Stay y'all ass right there. Gordo came out saying I said get the fuck out, bitch. They both got the fuck on with no hesitation. Gordo didn't know a better way. Yo, buddy, can you move away from my shit, Gordo said. I'm already pissed off. I'll beat the living shit out of you right now. Detective Henry took a sec to think about what Gordo just said before asking him what were those girls running from Gordo. They looked pretty terrified. Looked like they was running from the devil himself. Tell me, Gordo, are you the devil? Or are you trying to prove a point? Time's ticking, brother. Didn't take long till Gordo realized he's talking to a Fed. He knew to shut the fuck up. This shook him up, just how Henry intended to do. I'll leave you alone though, kid. Wouldn't want the members to see you talking to a cop, right? Henry said before leaving. Gordo knew Henry did that to show Gordo who's really in charge of this shit. He just wanted to show his power, but with the right evidence, he'll take action. Gordo had to tell the rest to slow the fuck down. Meanwhile, EBK members were out on 40's block later that day trying to catch anybody. They lurked till they ran into some younger members. It could have been a little debate, but the streets don't got no age limit. Bando wasn't going back to Rico without no bodies dropped. He knew how personal this shit was for the gang. Bando told Pete, the youngest EBK member, to bounce out and blitz their dumb asses. He didn't hesitate. Didn't take long until word got back to Quan and Gordo. Quan had a feeling Rico was up to some shit. Seemed like life just been too good. Quan was fed up just how Rico was a week back when Chris's chain got snatched up. Quan ended up texting Rico that same night telling him he's dead. Quan had just came to realization that the chain him and Gordo snatched up belonged to someone Rico cared about. He knew this timing wasn't random. He knew it was war for sure. He didn't expect Rico to send the blitz on his youngins like that. They stayed out there every night until Rico got mad enough. He told Gordo about how everything lined up. Now it's no more waiting. He couldn't live this fake rich lifestyle Bucko wanted them to live. Rico is becoming a fucking threat. We can't let this motherfucker build a team. It'll get bad. Yeah, but what about this weirdo that knows my name and knew where I was at? He gotta be a Fed. We can go with our move tonight, though. 2 teens lost their life. That's all LAPD might be focused on at the moment. I'll kill whoever out there, Quan. It ain't no love in this shit, brother. We gotta kill anybody that get in the way of this shit. I'm sorry, but you've been getting soft, gang. Tighten the fuck up. Shit was getting ruthless. They stood over the man in front of a child. Gotta do what you gotta do, huh? Gordo and Quan had crazy chemistry on these drills. Definitely not leaving with only one hat. This was only the start to a killing spree.